Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's class, and thank you very much for your time. I think we needed that time to have. I think we needed that time to have other participants into the class, and I think we are good to go. So thank you very much for joining in today. As we all know, for those who probably have attended this class before, this is the Money Market Review class where we have a review of all the happenings in the financial world for the past days. Okay. And then, of course, giving us an insight as to what to expect coming up in the following week to come. So without wasting much time, I'm quickly going to be sharing my screen and would have quite an exciting class this morning. Let me throw light a bit on what has currently been happening. We all know that the US dollar has always been battling inflation, interest rates hike. And we also saw the impact of the Russia and Ukraine war in the financial markets. Oh, while we think we are still, getting to understand that, we currently can see the happenings between the Israel and Hamas war. And it's no news that it's really not affecting the market as it should be, but the truth of the matter is time will tell. I think that's the best word for it. Time will tell. Unlike when Russia-Ukraine happened, I think I remember I was talking to a client, Mr. Peter, and I said, I think a day before that, we've been having Russia having warnings, we're going to bomb, we're going to bomb, we're going to bomb. And, that day I just reached out to a couple of clients and I'm like, okay, everybody get yourself ready. You need to, get ready for whatever is going to happen. We don't know what Putin might be doing next. And I think the next day or 2 days after, precisely February, we got to the office and there had already been a bomb blast and markets went ballistic. Okay, so I think we expected, most persons probably expected that to happen between the Hamas and Israeli war. One, sentimentally speaking, I think probably because it didn't have the much awareness as the Ukraine-Russia war had. Russia, before even the bombing and all, Russia had, kept giving out warnings and warnings and, okay, we're going to do this, 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 and the rest of it, you understand? But this happened between the Hamas and Israel. It happened quite soon, and then blah, 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 and then there's something, and then there's something, and we are seeing bombs flying around, right? So, and another thing again, most persons will say is just give me a second, please. Okay. So secondly, another thing again, I feel affected or is giving us this move or this momentum we are seeing currently is the fact that what's the word now? Some persons will say Russia happens to be a world power. When it comes to oil, we saw that Russia happens to be, if not the largest or second to largest exporter of oil. When it comes to agro products such as wheat, corn, Russia happens to be the number one. You know, when it comes to war armories as missiles, nuclear weapons, Russia is also there. So, there's also another sentiment that it could be because Russia happens to be a world power and, Israel, yes, have a strong force, have a strong base, but, it's not really, Israel is not really, really out there. I don't know if you guys are following. I need to, explain all of these because the truth of the matter is these are basically, major information we'll be using in analyzing the market. Is basically what is happening right now. If you go to your news, both locally, both internationally, everybody is talking about the Hamas and Israeli war, and we need to know how, of course, it's going to affect the market. Let's not also forget that Israel have a strong backing with America, right? And of course, when you talk about tech, when you talk about country who is number one or strong in tech, trust me, Israel is sitting on that table, like without any, what's the word now? Without any threats. So countries acknowledge that, yes, these people are actually, tech savvy. I think there was a video that was trending, I think when the war started, when Hamas, were throwing missiles into Israel and they had drones that were just catching the missiles. That's to tell you how far they've gone. But, some analysts and their own sentiments will say, oh, the reason why we don't see so much of an effect of this war play out on the charts is because we have certain, they are not up there. You understand, like, the likes of Russia, the likes of China, the likes of America, that is always, in our faces in the media, and the rest of it, right? So, but that's being said, we still have other instruments that actually reacted, to this war, and we're going to be looking at that. So sit back, like I said, and let us dive into it. Yes, I haven't shared my screen, so please, you're not, it's not you, right? Well, I will be sharing my screen now. So if you also know that you still, after sharing my screen, you still can't see my screen, then probably you don't have good data to connect through. So I'll be sharing first my forest factory, because we need to understand what has happened, all through the week. I think it's going to give us a clear direction of, what we should expect or why the market has reacted the way it has been reacting all this while. This week happens to run from Monday 16th to today being 20 and of October. Quite a fast month and a fast year. And Monday, we saw, of course, in the US zone, we saw the Empire State Manufacturing Index. We saw the, of course, FOMC members speaking. We saw high, and for those who are new, I'm sure you all know that when you see the red envelope, it only means that it's a high impact news. When you see the brown envelope, it only means that it's a medium impact news. And when you see the yellow envelope, it means it's a low impact news. So when they say high impact news, it means, the news has the ability to cause certain form of volatility. I'm explaining all this for those who are probably joining us for the first time, for this class. Okay. So on Tuesday, we saw a couple of news in the AUD zone. We saw in CAD, of course, that when we talk about CAD, we only mean the Canada. When you see USD, of course, that's the United States. Of course, we saw in the US zone that core retail sales that came out positive for the dollar, which we all know if the last time I took a class, I think we had this class and we had this training. If the actual is greater than the forecast, or if the actual is same as the forecast, then it is good for the currency. Okay, so we saw that come out on Tuesday. Wednesday, we had a couple of high impact news also. CYN, GBP, they had all of their thing, going for them on Wednesday. On Thursday, we had also in the AUD zone. We also had yesterday the US employment claim coming out, and of course we saw a Fed chair, not a Fed chair, Fed chair Powell speaking yesterday. I think by the time we dive into the investing.com, we're going to understand, probably what he said and how it's going to affect the coming FOMC meeting and of course the coming CPI. And today we actually don't have so much for today. I think it's one of those Fridays when we are going to look at the markets technically more, okay, more on the technical side. Of course, we have from GBP retail sales, and of course, we have in the Canadian zone, US zone, a medium impact news coming out between 1:30 2 p.m. But let's watch out and see, how it affects the markets. On that note, I'm going to be sharing my screen right now. We'll be looking at a couple of instruments, and then we'll take it up from there. So I have my Euro USD opened. The next instrument I'm going to be having here is, so that we just, we are following it one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. USDG. Should we? Okay. I think China would do us a good one. We have USDJPY. We have USD card, and I'm going to go to, of course, we are doing gold. So yes, so I'm going to go to gold. Where is oil? I'm going to go to oil. So these are like the instruments we'll be looking out for today. US 100, US 30. If there's still time, probably we'll do US DE30. So let me bring out our dollar index chart. That will actually help us. So don't get confused, right? I'm just going to work on my chart and I'm going to put in whatever indicator I want to. If there's any indicator you're seeing here that you don't have, reach out to your account manager to know if the package you're currently on gives you access to it. Okay, so it's not all about, oh, they use this particular indicator and I don't have it and I want to have it. There are some indicators that, probably is not for the package you're on. So reach out to your account manager and of course ask them, you want to use these, there's particular one they used and you'd like to have it. So I'll just use, different, for gold, let me use the IPM. I want to use IPM for gold. Okay, for gold, I'll use IPM. So if there's any indicator at all, you want to make use of your support and resistance. US 100 support and resistance. Miss I candlestick template there. My support. Okay. Yes, I think we are good to go. Everyone can. And my dollar index. Okay. It's right here. Okay. So having understood all that, right? The explanation, what has been happening and all. I'm sure right now, looking at your dollar index chart is not something that should be strange to you. Instead of raising up your hand, just drop a chat, okay? And somebody will be there to attend to your request. Thank you very much. So dollar index helps us, give us a guide, right, as to what the instruments are doing. Remember, the dollar is being paired, or being measured within a basket of instruments. I think about 6 instruments: GBP, Euro, CAD, AUD, JPY. So the dollar once you're able to understand what the dollar index is saying, then it's going to give us, a clear room of what other instruments are probably, going to do. Like I always say, I'm not the CEO of the market. I'm just an analyst analyzing the market. Okay, so if I can do it, you can do it. There's no special person that can do this market. Everybody can analyze, just give it what it needs, and it's going to give you what you want. Okay. So having said that, now currently I'm going to go to my daily time frame. We can see the buy, like dollar has been balling. Dollar has been on a steady, like it's been going up. And like I said, aside even the war between Hamas, we all know that that's why I took time to go through the high impact news that came out this week. That's between Monday to yesterday. And we saw that all the major or all the high impact news that came out in the US zone came out positive for the dollar. What is that telling you? That, the dollar as a currency is gaining strength. When we talk about dollar, of course, we're talking about the currency. The dollar is gaining strength. The dollar is gaining massive strength, right? So if the dollar is gaining strength, it only means that currency that are paired, with the dollar as either the base or the quote, depending, will either buy or will either sell. Okay, so for those who probably trade the USD IDX as an instrument, of course, you should be looking out for a buy. But remember that we don't particularly have any high impact news today that might like so we have the dollar index is has actually been doing great. So anybody, like I was saying, who wants to trade, the US index as an instrument of its own, then of course you should see yourself enjoying a buy. Now, I was also saying that we don't particularly have any high impact news today to push markets. That is one. Please, you guys should follow me. Remember, we don't have any high impact news today in the dollar zone that will push this market. So we are trading technically. Now, if you're trading technically, also remember that today is Friday and the market closes, depending on the instrument, but at least by 11:59, we are done for today. So we need to be careful in placing our trades. So for people who want to trade the dollar index, like I said, you can go ahead for a buy. And the last time he had this major pull-up, he got to your verified resistance. I'm sure you all can see my screen. He got to your verified resistance and then it retraced back. He got to the proven support and started going up. So there is every probability that it will still continue on this upward trend, till it gets to this verified resistance. I'm not saying it will get to this verified resistance today, but of course we are sure for an upward move, except in the course of the day, something happens, right? Maybe maybe a top company or a top, what's the word now? A top official, somebody, something is happening that will affect, the strength of the dollar, or that will affect the strength that dollar currently has or have. If not, it's a buy, for me on the dollar. So you can either scalp or you put it on a pending order, but you should have it around this zone. Okay. So remember, I'm not giving any entry for dollar because we are not looking at dollar index for today. So yes, Euro USD. Before I do that, let's quickly even see what is actually, what is Euro USD actually doing, as a currency. We all know, yes, it gets paired with the dollar, and it does virtually opposite of what the dollar does, right? So if dollar is strong, it is only normal that Euro USD is weak. But aside that, let's even see, is it that Euro USD is just looking or banking on what dollar is doing and it doesn't have a mind or a force or a strength of its own? Now let's watch out. So I'll be sharing my screen to our investing.com and then to see, what we have, available here. Okay, so having understood that, we are going to go to Euro USD. I'm on Euro USD, and then let us see. So the first one we have on my investing.com. I'm sure we all know how to get to investing.com. It shouldn't be something that we all don't know, whether you're using a phone or you're using a laptop. It's very easy. You go to your market, you click on the drop down, you go to currency, and voila, Euro USD. You click on it. The next thing you have is news and analysis. You click on news and it brings you, so you can see, the news coming out. You see, this one was about 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago, and the rest of it, So I'm just going to open the most recent one, and it says, if Asia FX muted as Powell comments offer little cheer. Remember when we're looking at our price factory, we saw that Powell have had a speech. Was it yesterday or day before yesterday? I'm sure you guys, saw that with me. Yes, Powell had a speech, and I made a comment that by the time we continue, we're going to see what he said, if it's going to be good for the dollar, or we should expect something opposite. And you can see that's like the first news we're looking at here. So we're going to be looking at the comments that Powell said, or Powell made, that's it's offering a little cheer, and it's giving a little steadiness to the dollar. So I'm just going to scroll down, and then quickly we'll read through. Most Asian countries kept a tight range on Friday, while the dollar steadied following somewhat mixed comments from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell on the path of interest rates. Now, persistent concerns over the Israel-Hamas war also kept traders largely wary of risky assets, especially amid growing fears over a bigger conflict in the Middle East. I said it today now. That's the reason why I took my time to explain the Israel-Hamas war, is because every single thing we are looking at, it is an important news. Okay, so even if it's not giving the momentum it's supposed to give, we all respect the fact that something is happening and it's going to affect the market. I don't know if you understand me. Yes. So Powell comments sent some somewhat dovish, as the Fed chair said that recent spike in bond yields was helping. Now we are looking at the comments he said that is giving strength to the dollar. Analysis is not simple. Sometimes if you be like saying English, do am. But if you're able to break it down, trust me, analyzing the financial markets will be, something that if they wake you up from sleep, you can do it with ease. Okay, so we are now looking at the comments. Now, his comment was somewhat dovish, they have told us, but however, what is that comment? He said that a recent spike in bond yields was helping tighten financial conditions. So what does it mean? It's like saying I have a loose bolt and I get my screwdriver or I get my spanner and I'm tightening it. What does it mean? It means that that thing will no longer give me issues. Or I have a sneakers on and my sneakers lace or my shoelace is loose or loosened and I'm walking and I'm stepping on it. Probably I might even fall. But if I just step or wait a second and I tighten it, I become free. I can walk freely. Just break it down like that and then put it back. You're understanding what the market is saying. So it only means that if they are tightening, if this bond yields that has increased is helping to tighten financial conditions. Okay, so if it's tightening it, that means it's good though, thereby lessening the need. Well, so when you hear the word lessen, what does it mean? You're reducing, right? Thereby lessening the need for more rate hike. Okay. So that means this bond yield now is helping to tighten whatever loophole they must have had or probably they're facing in this financial, in their country, right? And if it's helping it, it only reduce the fact that, they don't need more rate hike. So what does that tell you? And that means this country, their currency is growing. Number one, bond yield, spike. If you don't know it, go to Google. What is the meaning of spike? Google will tell you the hike, the increase, surge. So if there's a spike in bond yield, with the word helping alone, it has given you what you want. It's helping it though. Okay, they did not say it is not helping. They did not say it is causing it harm, but he said it is helping. That verb alone, helping, has helped you, to understand every other line. So trust me, hey, your account manager is not a robot, or is not an angel. Now read where they read. Some of you self are professors. Your account managers are not. So as a professor, as whatever you are, just break it down like that. It becomes easier for you to understand. So with this thing alone, I already know that it has strength. And we already saw you dollar index. What was dollar index doing? Dollar index has strength. From the daily time frame, from the 1 hour time frame, we can see that it is backing on strength. Now we already know that dollar index is giving us this strength. Even when I went to look at Euro USD news, nothing really on the Eurozone. And already we have established the fact, except you've not been attending classes, or except you are just joining us today for the first time, like you created an account today and you're joining us for the first time today. But if you've been in with Rally, you will know that the dollar index does the opposite of what the euro will do. So if dollar is buying, the euro will sell. So for example, if I'm a trader and I want to go to trade Euro USD, what am I going to do? Somebody should please answer. With all this explanation, and I want to trade Euro USD, with everything I've given, what do you think I should go in for? I need answers, at least to show that we are following. If I don't have answers, then we are not following. So probably we might just end the class, but I need answers. Good. We are to sell. We are to sell. So, and that is what we are going to do this morning. Okay. So now let's go back to our Euro USD. Okay. So we are going to sell our Euro USD. Just okay. This guy, you to talk. Let's even see. This say you're saying, is it true? Is it real? Let's go to our daily time frame. Let's go and see what our daily time frame is doing. Voila. Our daily time frame is selling. But this is the trick. For those who don't have support and resistance, reach out to your account manager. Know what you need to do to get this support and resistance, whether on your phone, RSI on your phone, or support and resistance on your laptop, because it's going to help you. Please follow me. This is a verified resistance. This is a verified support. You can see that from this particular 25th, market has been ranging. 25th was what? Okay, this is on a daily time frame, right? So 25th is 25th of 9 is what? 9 is September. So since 25th of September, market has been ranging around this zone. Now let's go to our dollar index, to the daily time frame, and then see. There's something I want to show you. Just follow me on this one. Okay, please do well to load quick. Trying to load this. Good. Now on our daily time frame, this is our dollar index. This is our 1 hour. This is our daily. Good. On our daily time frame, you can also see. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to share my screen. Yes, we are still on what's it called? Investing.com. Good. Okay, so let me take it back to Euro USD. Now follow me. This is what I wanted us to see. From on Euro USD, looking at the daily time frame, you can see that this is a verified resistance and this is a verified support. Since 25th of September, market has been hovering around this side. Are you guys following me? Can you guys see it? Now let's check. I went back to our dollar index, which we're using as a guide. And this is our daily time frame. We can also see that market has been ranging between this point and this point. Now, market got to this point, right? This was 29th of September. It pushed back up. It got to this point. This was 11th of October. and it's been ranging around this region. So you can see now that it will always 99% of the time, or maybe 90% of the time, because maybe we get markets, right? They will always do the opposite. So just the way the dollar index is hovering around this region, if you go to your Euro USD, also on the daily time frame, you can see that Euro USD is also hovering around this region. Now, that is on a daily time frame. So we are going to go on our 1 hour time frame, and then we are just going to pick our sell, and we're going to be selling for today. Remember, we have established that we really don't have so much of a high impact news that can keep us going. So we're going to trade technically. Now, I'm going to trade technically. That is why I'm going to acknowledge these two candles. Let me take this out for now. Market got to this particular point, shot back up. It got to this particular point, went back up. Currently, it has gotten to this point. It went back up. Yes, so it's on a sell. But it seems like there's something that market is not, there's something here that we'll probably be watching. So I'm going to put my entry at this point. If market is able to trade below these points, then we are going to go in for a sell. If I want to even be extra careful, I will wait for market to get to this point. So maybe we should leave it at this point, right? Because we have the whole day, right? So 1.05640, that is our entry for a sell. Of course, using pending orders, 1.05640, and our take profits just at the week of this at 1.05553. Our entry for a sell Euro USD, because we've acknowledged that it's a sell, 1.05640, and of course our take profits at 1.05553. Now, like I said, we don't know what will happen in the course of I don't even know what will happen in 12 by 12 o'clock or by 10 o'clock or by 9 o'clock, right? So peradventure, something happens and market is reacting. We've seen it play out most times. Market's reacting, and then you see everybody saying, what is happening? What is happening to market? What is it doing? Why is this one selling? Why is this one buying? Check on. We're going to enter a buy at 1.05809. 1.05809. And of course, our take profit at 1.05899. 1.05899. You really don't even need to wait till you get to your take profit. And then, Ademola, you need to go to class. You need to attend the evening classes. If you're asking me why is it showing foreign numbers, then you need to attend the evening classes. And if your audio is bad or you can't hear me, that means you haven't also accepted the audio from your end. Okay, why are you asking me to close the tabs on my left? Is there a reason you're asking me to close the tabs on my left? Thank you very much. I think that's what we have for now. Okay, so I think we've gotten for Euro USD, right? The next one, like I said, we're going for is okay. Oh yes, Sina, I came out with buy stop because we are using pending order. So we are placing the trade using pending orders. And if you've not heard anything about pending orders, it also means you need to attend our evening class. So this is an analysis class, not a training, right? But we have classes where it is specifically for training. We teach you what you need to know about pending orders, how to place trade, lot sizes to use, and the rest of it. Okay, so Mr. Oyesina, if you're asking me how I came about buy stop, probably you're new to this class, so probably you need to attend, the evening. Okay, so if you're asking me what's my reason, because that means you're not listening then, because I made an explanation, because if we're looking at placing a trade, market will not only sell, market will not only buy. You're not the owner of the market. I'm not the owner of the market, right? So we can't control what markets will do. Our analysis so far is giving us a sell, which is why we went in for a sell stop. And I made mention, because we're using pending order, and I made mention, peradventure, something happened. And I'm going to be specific. I said, I don't know what will happen in the next 2 hours, maybe by 9 o'clock, by 12 o'clock, by 11 o'clock. There are days, market starts reacting and everybody's asking, oh, what is happening? Oh, market started reacting. What is happening? Okay, because probably we didn't see any high impact news for that day. And maybe all of a sudden, market is reacting to something, right? So in case of something like that happening, because like I said, Mr. Yesina, you're not the owner of the market. So if you're looking for a reason, that is good enough reason for us to, have a pending order on a buy. And that is why it is on a buy stop. So if it doesn't trigger, fine. It doesn't hurt anybody, right? It doesn't hurt you, right? Good. And if it triggers, and it triggers to your favor, oh, that's excellent. Okay. Yes. So I think you need to listen more, so that you don't just ask questions and then draw us back, because I think I explained that. Thank you very much. So I think we're good for Euro USD, and then we're going to jump on to USD JPY, and then we'll take it up from there. So just like Euro USD. Now, the reason also we have Euro USD selling is because Euro USD happens to be, the base and the quote currency. But let me probably, before somebody come and ask me what is base and what is quote, any instrument that has USD first, you are going to buy that instrument if the dollar is strong. Any instrument that has the USD first, you're going to buy that instrument. That is if the dollar is strong. But if the dollar is weak, you will see that instrument selling. Any instrument that has the USD afterwards, for example, Euro USD, you're going to sell that instrument if the dollar is strong. However, if the dollar is weak, you are going to buy the instrument. I don't know if we got that. Good. So for USD JPY, we can see now, because we have USD coming up first, right? Now I'm using the layman, so that nobody come ask me what is not base, why is he base, why is he not quote. This is the lamest. This is a layman understanding. Anywhere you see the USD first, like USD JPY, USD CAD, USD CHF, if the dollar is strong, then you're buying it. But if you want to talk about terminologies, then we're talking about the base and the quote currency. Okay, so we want to speak in terminologies now, because I believe I'm speaking to people who have been trading for a while and they understand what our terminologies are. So when I'm saying, oh, the base currency or the quote currency, you understand what I'm saying. Okay, but for people probably who are still who still need time to get there, please, right? Let us also accommodate those ones. Okay, so anywhere you see the US currency in front, just do what I have said. So on that note, we are also going to be buying US JPY for today. This is our daily time frame, and from the daily time frame you can see actually that it's been on a bullish momentum. And of course we have our moving average. Yes, if you want to know what the moving average means, it's a simple moving average of 21, right? So we can see now that they've not been able to, the instrument have not been able to even break below the moving average. We saw a try here, but it pushed back up. Guys, are you following me? We saw another try here. It couldn't continue. It moved back up. We saw this one here, and currently, it's on a move. And also remember, we really don't have any high impact news, giving us a major instruction for today for the market. So we're going to be going in on pending orders also. But just like I said, or just like we're seeing the same thing that happened, the same scenario that happened in the euro, in Euro USD. we can see a wick here, we see a wick here, and we see a wick here, a candle wick here. Right? When we say wick, you know, if you buy candle, that rope that is inside, if you burn it, that's a hair. So that's, you know, as it's melting, the rope is coming out, is melting. So that's basically what the word wick, right, means. That is in trading terminologies. So we have considered 1, 2, 3, this particular one, and then this current candle 4. Okay, so I can see, I can sense, in fact, there's even 1 here. So we can say that this might actually even be a resistance, because if you're having 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You guys are following me, right? So I'm going to push this up at this point. So if it's able to break comfortably above this region, then we can still see a further buy. So we are going to see a buy at pending order, of course, at 149.965. 149.965. 149.965. That's for our buy entry for USD and our take profit at 150.058. 150.058. Now, nobody needs to tell you that if you want to enter a sell, for those who can scalp, please, by all means, I can't talk to anybody after now. If you want me to reach out to you, reach out to your account manager and request for them to speak with me. Thank you very much. Reach out to your account manager and then request for them to speak. You want to speak with me, but putting your number out here, well, I think that's what you want to do. Okay, so now we already have established that this is actually on an uptrend, right? Good. So anybody who wants to enter a trade, please, you have to be careful. That's for a sell. You need to wait till price has broken this particular resistance before you enter. It may not be today, like I said, it might be today, you never can tell, but we are going to be careful on that. Okay, now I was saying something about those who can scalp. Yes, if you can scalp, please, fine. So you can do sell limits, right? You know, it's buying, we're envisaging a buy. So at those points where it's as if it's retracing back a little bit, you can enter on a sell limit. For those, you know, who understand sell limits, this is not the class for that. And if you can scalp on it, so you can just, you know, do your thing and then make your money. But for those who can scalp, probably who don't understand what sell limit is, please do well to take the entry for our sell. So we're going to be entering for a sell at price 149.698, 149.698, and of course take profit at 149.585. 149.585. Good. So quickly, I'm going to rush through USD CAD. Let me even ask if you are following. So for USD CAD, what do you think we should do? For USD CAD, what do you think we should do? I'm listening with everything I've explained. Since we have the USD in front and CAD at the back. So for USD CAD, what do you think we should do? Good. Thank you very much. Don't worry. I have people in this class. I have analysts so bad in this class. It's not people are giving me joy. Shows that, you know, it is entering. Thank you very much. Just keep it up. So, like you said, it's correct. We are buying. If you want to go to your daily time frame, you see it's a buy, right? It's been buying. So I'm just going to go back to my what's it called now? My 1 hour time frame. So remember when I said in USD JPY about sell limits, please, if you don't understand sell limit, do well to attend the class. Okay, there's no evening classes for today. So evening class starts next week, Tuesday. Ejo, Biko, what does the Hausa people call? Please, just try and attend evening class. It's going to help you. So that when I'm talking sell, because people who understand sell limits would have made money because price bought, market brought to this point, and it's doing as if it's retracing. So anybody who understands sell limits would have entered and made money, right? So please do well to join the class from next week. If you want me to have you on the class, well, you have to reach out to your account manager. I'm not cheap. I'm not cheap, but then, well, just reach out to your account manager to, brief you on, what buy limit is all about, or better still, attend the class. Okay. That was actually on a joke. Please, Rally is here to teach you everything you need to know. Okay. Good. So for me, I'm going to enter at price 1.37196. And price has not been able to break above this region. So I'm going to use this point as my take profit. So we're entering at, if you want to take it lower than the entry price I've given, fine. Okay, but we're entering at price 1.37196 with our take profit at 1.37271. So our entry for USD card 1.37196 with our take profit at 1.37271. And of course, for a sell, this time around, there's also every possibility that we might actually see a sell. So I'm going to enter at price 1.37075, 1.37075, and our take profit at 1.37002, 1.37002. So the next instrument we're going to be looking at, gold for this morning. We're going to be looking at gold for this morning. So for those who have also been on this in the market, they will always tell you, you must have heard it, that gold will always do the opposite of what the dollar is doing. Most of the time, gold will do the opposite of what the dollar is doing. But on rare occasions, once in a while, you see dollar and gold doing the same thing, whether they are both buying or they are both selling. Now, this is what has been happening. Since the beginning of the Hamas-Israel war, this has been the case. Unlike, the usual, which is if dollar is strong, because currently we've ascertained that dollar actually has, is on a strength, right? Meaning gold, should drop, or gold should be on, if dollar has strength, then gold shouldn't have strength. That means if dollar is buying, gold should probably be selling, right? Because it is ascertained that they do, the opposite most of the time. But of course, we understand that there are certain times that, they will do the same thing. This is one of those times. Now, why? That is the right question. Amaka, why? People would want to save their what's it called? Their money, their assets. Hamas having war, Israel having war. Are we saying that there are no rich people? There are no companies. There are no, people who probably are trading the markets, right? So the easiest one for you is to do gold. This is my own sentiments. I was discussing it with Mr. Peter. I don't know if Mr. Peter is in this class, but we actually had like an extensive conversation about this thing. So this is it. Israel have an alliance with the US. So most Israelis, well, I'm not saying no, it's not fact, but this is my own analysis, right? Good. Most Israelis want to put their money, pump in. In fact, on investing.com, the Israel government had to sell their shares at to Israel. I think US actually had to bought major of it when they wanted to sell off so that they don't, their economy don't go down after the first time Hamas attacked. And US bought it, most of it, right? So most persons will either pump money into the US zone or they'll pump money into gold. Because trust me, gold never dies. Since the day of since the days of our four great grandfather, gold has stood the test of time. So people would rather, pump in. So that is why you see, in as much as dollar, we understand that the economy is doing things that will help the currency have strength, which is the US dollar. But people are also pumping in, because right now, yes, we have US have an alliance with Israel. Russia hasn't said anything, right? China hasn't said who their alliance is with. And this market is mad. When they do analysis like this, they bust your brain. China haven't said, oh, our alliance is with Israel or our alliance is with Hamas. Russia hasn't said, oh, our alliance is with Israel, our alliance is with Hamas. UK, check top world countries. Nobody have come out to say, oh, my ally. Unlike when we had the Russia-Ukraine war, that everybody was like, no, Ukraine, we are for you. We are giving Russia sanctions upon sanctions upon sanctions. Nothing like that. So investors are careful. Make I not go support Cristiano Ronaldo now. Say, he's the GOAT. Next thing they will come give Messi Ballon d'Or. Go pay me, oh. Make I not go bet now for Messi. They can't give am Cristiano. And this Cristiano fans, their mouth too sharp. They go try yab me for this office. I just didn't watch. Maybe I can't go bet for Mbappe. Make I go bet for Mbappe. That one are less serious. Bata, waiting crap, you understand? Now the reason this is why the reason so. You understand? So everybody is like, okay, let's see. I am for all, I am for none. So you see, people would rather pump in to the second safe haven, which we have as gold. Not like second, not like dollar is number one or gold is number one, but we have like another safe haven, which is gold. So you see now in a situation like this, the dollar also has strength, because truth of the matter, there are people, it's like saying, okay, I have 100 assets now. I can say, okay, 50 for dollar, 50 for gold. Make I just wager. You understand? Make I just sharply edge up, make I wager in case anything one so. So at this point, that's why you see that gold is also gaining strength. Because on a normal, like me and you, we've seen over time, if dollar is weak, gold will be strong. But if dollar is strong, gold should be weak. And dollar is strong. So this, this is my own reason. Like, what do you think is happening, right? People want to go put their money where it's safe. And gold, like I said, it's like a melanin skin. It's like a black girl magic. It doesn't get old. It's like black. It doesn't crack, right? As soon as I don't smile small now, let's go back to business. So that's basically, what we have for today. And it's going to be a little one, because we can see resistance upon resistance, support upon support. So it's going to be quite a small one for us today on gold. So I'm just going to put our entry at this point. Okay. So if it's able to get to this point, this is a verified resistance, which it has not broken. It's been testing it. We saw a test 1, it bounced back. We saw a test 2, and we saw a test 3. So if it gets to this point, 1981.89, 1981.89, 1981.89, 1981.89, and of course we see an untested resistance there. We have also need to be careful. That's why I said it's going to be a small one. I'll take profit at 1985.83, 1985.83. So what people do in this kind of a thing is, they just, if you have good capital and you're seeing that this is going to move. So I know of a man that you can just take maybe 2 seconds move, but he will use a good lot size. That move can just last for 2 seconds, or 1 minute, but he'll use a good loss and he'll make good money from it. You understand? So 1981.89 as our entry, 1985.39 as our take profit. And of course, on for a sell, like I said, it's a small one, and we can see this stone cold resistance. Market has tested it here, it has not been able to break through, so we actually need to be careful around it. So for myself, I'm going to put it at price 1977, 1977.22, and of course our take profit just at the stone cold support at 1973.39, 1973.39. I'm going to move down to US 100. US 100 has been selling. There's no reason far-fetched. It's just because of the strength in dollar currency. The currency actually have strength. The dollar currency on itself currently has strength, right? And that strength has actually been on for a while. I think we've talked, we've overflogged it. So that is why, we see stocks falling on that note, right? And then I think something happened about, a particular company. I can't remember the name of the company now, having issues with directors. They needed a female director, and the directors didn't want a female director, but the investors in the company wanted a female director, just back and forth. And I think they were in court sometime this week, and it was adjourned to next year June. So I think that also, after, I don't know if it, let me not give the wrong one. If I check, probably when next I'm having this class, we're going to make reference to that, right? But you can Google it, right? Or check your investing.com. So for me, for today, I'm going to go in for a sell, of course, on US 100, and we're going to be putting our pending order, right? And for our buy, I'm just going to take it up a bit, yes, at this point. So for a sell for me, I'm going to go in for at price 14791.44. 14791.44, and of course our take profit at 14742.86. 14742.86. I hope we got that. 14742.86. And of course for my entry, we are looking at, for a buy, we are looking at price 14863, 14863.04, and of course our take profit just before the stone cold resistance as price 14919, 14919.30. that's 30. 14919.30. US 30, we are going to go. So of course it's like saying what happens to one happens to all. What happens to one happens to all. One happens to one happens to all. So we still see the same momentum playing in in USD 30. So for me, I'm just going to go ahead and give us our entry. I think we have been able to understand, what is happening around that zone. So I'm going to put in for US 30 at price, a second, sweetheart, at price 33466, 33466 for a sell. That is for our sell. 33466, 33466, and of course our take profit at 33420, 33420, 33420. And of course for a buy, we are looking at if price gets to 33536, 33536, 33536, and our take profit at 33584, 33584, 33584. So let's see between oil and D30. We're going to pick one. So we have just one instrument left. because of our time. So between oil and DE30, which should we do? The highest will go. Between oil and DE30, which should we do? It's the highest now. Pico is not when I choose now. People will not tell me this one. Between oil and DE30, we'll have just one more to go. Between oil and DE30, which should go? In the next 10 seconds, I'm going to stop. Okay, I think the oil have it. Okay, so we're going to go in for oil. All right, so oil has actually been plunging on an upward trend. Okay, this is our daily time frame, and we can see this upward trend is moving with pride. Yes, it's moving with pride. And truly, I think somebody said, I wonder why oil seems to be the only instrument reacting to the war. Now, I hope we all know that, Israel just agreed, I think I saw it yesterday on CNN, agreed to opening their borders to allow food into Gaza, to allow, help, medics into Gaza. We're told they blocked the waterways, they blocked food, they blocked transport. I think that surged, that also caused the surge we saw in oil, right? Because if you're blocking normally, for them to move all of these things, if they are moving food, is it not crude they will use? Yes, now, is it magician? They will appear, abracadabra, they will appear and disappear. No, they will transport it. If they're moving water, they will transport it. If anything they want to move, they will transport it. And for them to block that thing, of course, now, some persons will probably be smuggling, and transportation will go high. I don't know if you guys, I'm just using things probably we watch in movies, things that happen around us to analyze this thing. I'm not there. So there is no way we are going to say now that as yes, we know Israel blocked it. So food will not be moving in as it should. But trust me, I know say there are people who will be smuggling it in. And of course, it will be expensive. And it's transportation they're using to, whether water, whether air, whether inside. Nobody is appearing and disappearing. So it's definitely crude they're using for all of those, right? So I think it gave the surge we saw, in Cook. But there's been, a verified resistance since yesterday. Market has been hovering around this region, right? Good. Now, not just that. Another thing again is, I'm sure all of you that watched Game of Thrones, you're now hearing winter is coming, winter is coming, winter is coming, winter is coming. Our own Hamatan is coming, dry season is coming, dust is coming, Qatar is coming. Hope you guys have gotten your nose mask, because I know some places now you cannot wear white, because if you wear white and go, you will come back looking pink or red or brown, as the case maybe. So another thing again is winter is here, and we know when we talk about winter, this period in the Eurozone, it is mad, right? So people spend more money on, hydro, getting gas for their hydro, for their heater, even for their cars, so that their engine doesn't clog. And I think, was it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, Russia came and they said, oh, we are going to cut down, we are going to block, we are going to reduce the oil we are sending out. It'd be like when I get sweet and you do shakara for me, right? Or probably my mom wasn't around, and then you guys were treating me badly. I want to play with you guys. You guys say, no, don't play with me. You're not like my spec. And then my mom comes in, and she comes in with goodies. I will show you Pepe. I will show you Pepe. We all had that children play. We all had it. So it's like saying, okay, if you have been sanctioning me, Abi, since January, I did chop sanction. We are sanctioning Russia. We are sanctioning Russia. We hold meeting. We said, okay, no wahala. Now winter is coming. Winter is here. You will winter, all of you. And then Russia says, oh, we can't supply. Oh, our this is that. Oh, our that is this. Say they want to finish all those people. All our brothers that have Japan, they should better release oil so that they can have something to cool their body in this snow. That's actually for, all work and no play. make Nkechi a coconut head. So we will laugh small, but even in the laughter, we are hearing the message. So I think that also gave the surge, we saw in the US, in oil. But I think America is beginning to look for other ways, to settle, at least other areas, even if not necessarily getting from Russia, other people they can get oil from. Also from them, releasing some of their own oil, to ease, the issue. And I think that's why we're having, aside the agreement that happened, was it 2 days ago with Israel, opening the ways, Gaza ways, and so that help can reach Gaza. And of course, the help OPEC meetings and all of that. But we'll see a little bit of a ranging market around this region. Remember, today is Friday, and nothing, we didn't see any high impact news. We not even see medium. We not even see news, not to talk of weak on oil today, right? So we're just going to trade it carefully. So for me, it's better it doesn't trigger than it triggers and it gives me loss. That's true. Except you are one person that's greed. Even if you can't do deliverance, you cannot cure it. You need to cure it by yourself. But I would wait, because price it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a lot. So for me, I will wait till price is able to break above this. No wahala. Then we can enter at 93.41, 93.41. And of course, I'll take profit before the next untested resistance at 93.90. And if market wants to sell, good and fine. Why am I in the market if not to make money? It's to make money now. As an Igbo girl that I am, I make money in the market. So if you want to sell or if you want to buy, I wish I make money. So for a sell, we are going to be entering at price 92.74, 92.74, and with our take profit at 92.29. And that is where we are going to call it a day for today. It's been one of a class, and I think I took time to explain the reason, why we have all of these, all that has been happening. Some of you don't even know. The market just they work out up and down. It just they move. The thing was buying. Now the thing now sell. The thing now enter another one to block it. That one now scatter. You understand? Not be yours do, not be you do. I don't know what's in war. Everybody now they fight. Who will I want to fight somebody here. Let me pick one person. I will come like this. Yes. We also saw that Biden visited Israel. Was it yesterday before yesterday, So that's so all of those things. But thank you for this class. Like I would always say, my mama did not give birth to me with market in my mouth. When my mom gave birth to me, they did not give birth to me with market inside my brain. I learned it. And don't come and tell me, you have this generation. It's a lie. You can do it though. Oh, if I beg you not to fight anyone. The person I want to fight is Mr. Oyesino. He is the one I want to fight. Come here. It's you I want to have my own this thing with. Yes. But like I always say, please, you need to learn it. It is learnable. You can do it. The person that is doing it does not have two heads. Please, guys, do well to join the classes, right? Reach out to your account managers. Get the link. The link will always be sent to your WhatsApp or to you via mail. Do well to attend the classes. Trust me, you might think you're not learning anything. But in the next 2 to 3 years, for people who maybe took long, when you hear yourself talk, you look at yourself and say, you will go back and say, let me talk this thing. Oh boy. It never do you. When you go talk like this, when you talk, you go say, Chai. Now when you talk this thing, I get sense. Sense won't kill me, die, but I'm not going to die. But when you were learning it, you might just say, what am I even learning? Every time Amaka will telling me, learn. I don't tire. I'm not even making the money. By the time you born now, you will not remember me. But my God will remember me. So what I'm saying is, guys, you can do it. For our gold entry, let me just do this one and then we are gone for today. Gold entry, gold has triggered already now. 1981.89. So you can't even use it again. Do you understand? So we can't even use it again because it has triggered things. So like I said, you don't also need to wait till it gets to your take profits. You can close it at your will. So my lovers, have a lovely Friday. Chop your pepper soup, drink your own kwabi, don't get drunk, drink responsibly. It is Ember period, so be careful. I love you. Take care of yourself. Oh, if they work, if they work, if they do market, they do market. If you don't take care of yourself, your next of kin, don't go try, you go kin your account. So you all need to take care of yourself while we are working, while we are hustling. Please take time. It's the weekend. Rest, right? Rest. If you need to go and jog, jog. Not be small staircase, you don't climb, you don't breathe. Jog. My grandma would say is jog. Jog. Talk to your kids. You know, for those who have kids and you're all about the week, this is the weekend. Reach out to your kids, ask them how they're doing, you know, let them talk to you. In all, this baby girl here, I shall love you and I'm rooting for you. Okay? To have a lovely day and enjoy your weekend. Bye and God bless. You're welcome.